Hi, welcome to my shop again. I have had a question on the YouTube channel uh, about lathe speed. And we get that question all the time. David Ellsworth, in fact, just did a live remote demo for AAW. And first question out of the box, I think it was the first one, was what is the speed of your lathe? Okay, I think that's the wrong question to ask and the wrong question to answer, so I want to try to clarify that a bit. It's not the speed of the lathe that we're interested in. It's the speed of the wood going by your tool. So you can't just set the speed at 1,000 RPM and say, okay, I'm good to go. It ain't going to work that way. So if I'm doing a little finial, a very small pieces, 3,000 RPM would be adequate or safe or whatever you want to call it. If I'm doing a 15-inch bowl, maybe 500 RPM would be more. 3, 4, 500 RPM could be considered fast. So let's talk about fast. I turn fast as I possibly can without causing vibration, without getting myself in danger. And so we have to have a lot of the other ducks in line to be able to do that. One of the important things about being able to turn fast is the startup process, how you put the wood on the lathe to begin with. And we want to do that safely, and we want to have fun with it, and we want to do it easy. You don't have to work hard. The speed of the lathe, in my opinion, needs to be up fast as we can go. Speed of the lathe is going to have, a lot of advantages, but two major issues. The first one is in the roughing out stage. When we first start, I don't use a bandsaw. I don't want to get it round off the lathe. The lathe roughing out process is information gathering, and I want to use that information to make something spectacular. I don't want the bandsaw or a round piece of wood to start to influence my scale and my axis, my design decisions, just because I'm using a bandsaw. So I don't want to use a bandsaw. The first reason we get the speed of the lathe up is to get the air spaces going by quickly. When I have 4 corners, 8 corners flowing around there, I can trim the corners off with a chainsaw a little bit, but I'm always starting with a piece of wood that's not round. And I don't want to have to go tonka tonka. Tonka tonka and banging away is not fun, it's not easy, it's not safe. I don't want to go there. And so we don't want to beat our bodies up like that. It's much, much easier. So let me show you a piece of wood here that I've got on. And got 4 corners going around here. Make a bowl of some kind. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. Piece of koa, a very special piece of wood. So I'm just going to take a couple cuts on here just to show you what I mean. But starting on the balance point, starting between centers is important. I've talked about that in all kinds of other situations. It's in my DVDs, it's on my YouTube clips, it's in every demo that I do for clubs and everything. I talk about this, so I do a little homework if you're not familiar with that. I start between centers and start on the balance point. So first we're going to start with the lathe speed slow. Now I'm going to speed it up and just feel the lathe, make sure it doesn't vibrate, because I'm on the balance point. I can get it very fast. Okay, so now those wings are going by really quickly, and I can make a really quick and easy cut. Okay, let me get my face shield on. We'll take a quick and easy cut here, and I'm just going to go down into the side of the tree and knock those corners off. No work, no bouncing, everything is easy, because one of the reasons is because the speed of the lathe is going fast. Second reason I need to have the speed of the lathe fast, I want to have the speed of a lathe fast, is in the finishing process. When I'm taking my last cut, and I know that's the last pass that I'm going to make before I have to sand, I want to make everything as clean as possible. Sharp tools, nice slicing action with the twist of my tool, my bowl gouge. But the speed of the lathe going fast and the pace of the cut going across the surface slowly, that's going to give me the cleanest cut that I don't have to sand so much. I'm lazy. I don't want to sand. So I want to take advantage of that. Speed of the lathe fast, pace across the surface very slow. So back to the question about speed. You can't put an RPM on it because it depends on the diameter of the work. So you just have to play with it and get the speed as fast as you can and feel safe with it. But you have to have the other ducks in line with a safe holding method. It's one of the reasons I don't use chucks, because I want the safest holding method possible so that I can get the speed of the lathe up. Okay? I hope that helps. If you want more details, see my DVDs or other YouTube clips, or have your club call me and we'll do a demo for your club. The live interactive remote demos are happening. I did 3 of them last week, happening all the time. So have your club call me. But that's it for now for a little Tuesday tips, maybe a little bit longer than some of my Tuesday tips, but I think an important subject that I haven't covered individually. I always talk about it in my demos, but I didn't cover it as a single topic. But it's everybody asks that question, but we need to know more details around it. It's not a simple answer. So keep in touch, and we'll see you next time.